How you doing, my young brother? Let me give that verse first. This is why God said we cannot eat it or either give it to our brothers or sisters, but it's okay to give it to the other nation. Don't go yet, my young brother. Don't go yet.
Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He showed it was to the whole world.
Unto Jacob.
God said he showed his words. This is God's words. This is God's words. God said, I show my words unto Jacob, whose name later on God changed it into Israel. And that man have 12 sons. We are the descendant of one of those sons today. Okay? Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation.
God said when it's come to my statute, laws, and judgment, I don't deal with the other nation. Okay? Read.
And as for his judgments,
and as for the judgment by breaking those laws, that's why we can't, the other nation can't eat pork. They're good. But when we eat it, we have sickness come with it. That's why a white man can store billions of dollars. They give him 6 months probation on bail, but a man stole $69 and have life in jail. You never wondering why, whatever the things that we do, we get a hush judgment compared to the other nation? This is the reason. God give us the law, meaning we should know better. When we know better, we should do better. Read.
He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
As God's judgment, the other nation, they don't know God's judgment. Why? Because God never give them his law. Right. You understand? Give me Leviticus 13, 31. My young brother. Do you, okay, sisters, is it okay for our people to for us to blonde our hair? Yeah. Like, I'm not picking on you, my brother. I'm just using an example. Like, you see, it's like a fashion now. Our black men and black women, black women, this is what we do. We blonde our hair. Is it okay with God? Give me Proverbs 3:31 first. Is it okay with God? Do you think it's okay with God having your hair blonde? Do you naturally come out of your mother's womb with a blonde hair? No.
You come out with black hair.
Okay, so whose people on earth naturally have blonde hair? Whose people naturally on earth has blonde hair, my young brother? Whose race of people naturally on earth were born with blonde hair? You don't know?
The white race.
The white race, bro. You know. You watch them on TV, you see them all the time. The white folks, they are the ones who have blonde and red hair. But listen to what God said. Listen.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
What does the Bible say?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
God said, envy. Do not envy your oppressor. Okay? You think the white man is your friend? No. This is your oppressor. These are the people that bring our forefather into this land as slaves. They oppressed us back then and they're still oppressing us today. What did God say again?
Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Are you listening, my young brother? God said, do not envy your oppressor, which is the white folks. They've been oppressors, since our foreparents came in this place. And what else?
And choose none of his ways.
No, some of his ways.
Choose none of his ways.
God said, do not choose none of these people's ways, meaning their style, their hair, their food. God said, do not choose them. Okay? Leviticus now. Read.
Leviticus chapter 13, verse 29. If a man or a woman have a plague upon their head,
God said, if a man, are you listening? If a man or a woman has a plague
upon the head.
What is a plague? Is plague a good thing?
No, it's a bad thing.
It's a sickness, right?
It's a disease.
It's a disease. But listen to what God said about that plague. Read it again.
If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head,
which is a sickness upon the head,
or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in yellow thin,
No, you sneeze.
and there be in it a yellow thin hair.
God said, when the priest look at the person's head, and he look, and he see a yellow thin hair, which is, what's another word for yellow thin hair? Blood. My young brother, this is for you. This is one verse, and then you can go. God said the priest or the preacher at that time had to look the man or woman's hair if there's in the head a yellow thin hair. Yellow is another word for blonde.
Right.
Okay?
Then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
God said if the person's hair is yellow or blonde, the priest have to say you unclean.
Right.
You unclean. You heard that? God said having yellow hair or blonde hair in your head, you walking around with an unclean hair or unclean head. You understand? Read.
It is a dry scalp, even a leprosy upon the head.
Or what?
A leprosy upon the head.
God called it a leprosy. You understand? So why are today our people are blonding their hair everywhere?
Society has brainwashed us in a lot of things. And also, too, it's the fashion trend nowadays.
Okay, but that's come because you don't know your history.
Right.
They don't want us to know our own history.
Because when you know your history, when you know who you are, Deuteronomy 7 and 6, you will not follow the pathway of your enemies.
Right.
Knowing who you are, equally know who your enemies are.
Right.
This is why a lot of us are married our enemies.
Right.
Who you marry your enemies?
The white man,
Not just the white man.
any other way.
Is it Genesis, our enemies, or Nehemiah 9?
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Give me this one.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said, you, the blacks and Latino today, you are holy. Meaning holy means separate, different people from everybody else. Read.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee.
The Lord, your God, not everybody else God. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the one that made the earth, the heaven and earth, the stars, everything that you see on earth is not the God of everybody. He's the God of the blacks and Latinos today that refuse to embrace that God. Can you imagine? The whole world wish to have that God.
Right.
But we, blacks and Latinos today, we rejected this God. We rejected by our actions today. We rejected by embracing Islam, Christianity, Mormonism, every single weakness of this world. But the white men wish to be God's people. The Chinese men wish to be God's people. The Arab men wish to be God's people. But the people that God's chosen people refuse to embrace their own God. Read.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all,
Equal to.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
If God said you are above all people on the earth, why since the old time our people keep marching for equality?
Right.
Why are you marching for equality for the people that God said you are above them?
Right.
Why? Because we don't know who we are. We don't know we are God chosen people. We are the Jews of this Bible.
Right.
God said when I created you, I created you to be above
Right.
in everything. That's why even in our sin, we're still above all of them.
Right.
Even in our sin, everything that we touch We put our hands onto it. We excel. That's why when you go to the corporate America, do they want the black men to be in the corporate America? Be here? No. You know why? Because they're afraid.
Right.
You find one or two black men, black women, but those are the coons of our people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He will be in your office next morning, sir. These are the people that are allowed to be in the corporation. Why? Because the people understood we are built with a different mindset, with a different spirit. Because we are gods on this earth. Okay? You got it? Yeah, give me Nehemiah. Let's find out who's our enemy, because we were saying the reason why we embrace and follow the doctrine and the style of our enemy is because we don't know who our enemies are. We don't know who we are. Read.
Nehemiah chapter 5 verse 9. Also I said, it is not good that ye do, or ye not to walk in the fear of our God, because the reproach of the heathen, our enemy.
God said that heathen is another word for nations.
Right.
Okay? Because these people, read the verse above.
Verse 8. And I said unto them, we, after our ability, have redeemed our brethren, the Jews, which were sold unto the heathen.
Because since the old time, we've been sold to the other nation as slaves. Why? Because we keep breaking God's laws.
Right.
We keep talking back. We keep rebelling against God's law up to today.
Yes. Right.
But at that time, Nehemiah and his people, God gave us the favor to go back to our land. Read that again.
And I said unto them, we, after our ability, have redeemed our brethren, the Jews.
Because we were enslaved. At that time, it was the Assyrian captivity. Persian captivity. So God gave us the ability to save our brethren from the Persian captivity, which is from slavery, to bring them back into the land.
Which were sold unto the heathen.
We was what?
Sold unto the heathen.
We've been sold day and night. We've been sold to the other nation because of our sin. When the blacks tell us, we're going to stop sinning against God so he can stop selling us to the nation.
Right.
And will ye sell your brethren, or shall they be sold unto us? Then held their peace, and found nothing to answer. Also I said, it is not a good that ye do, or ye not to walk in fear of our God, because of the reproach of the heathen.
Meaning we should not be afraid the things that we see happening to us, because God allowed his enemy come before to us. God allowed, as mighty of a people that we are, God took that power from us. That's why the skinny white man can come and enslave us. Can you imagine? You are big bucks, black man, black woman. You watch some videos on YouTube and TikTok on what they call it again? Give me some more. Instagram,
Twitter.
A lot of times you see a black woman whooping a white man's ass. We have our women whooping a white man's ass just to show you they're no match with us.
Right.
They are no match for us, but yet they enslave us, and they still have us into slavery. Why? Because God took the power away from us and allowed him to over us. Read.
Also I said, it is not good that ye do, or ye not to walk in the fear of our God, because of the reproach of the heathen, our enemy.
God calls the other nations our enemies.
Right. Right.
Our enemies. But every time we hear we try to bring this Bible back to you, instead of asking, how can I be saved? But you guys fighting us to have the enemies join God's kingdom. You don't come here to ask about how my mama cannot be saved, how my son cannot be, can be saved, how my daughter can be saved, how my husband can be saved. But you always come and fight for the white man.
Right.
Every day. You don't come to ask, how can I be saved? How my husband can be saved? I have daughter. As a matter of fact, my mother's still alive. My grandma's still alive. How can they be saved also? No. What about the white man? What about the white man? You have people say, I don't want to hear this Bible because the white man cannot be saved. This is madness. You rather throw away the possibility of salvation to live forever because you're not okay. The white man is not part of it. When God said, from all the nations that's on earth, in the last day when Christ come back, he's the only one he's going to destroy forever. You're fighting for something, for someone that the Bible said who's going to be destroyed forever.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.